Hey everyone, today we're going to do a pick a pile mini style regarding any shadow work we might need or just darker aspects that need some healing. Make sure we got everything set up here. Go ahead, take a gander at the 3 piles ahead, and I will timestamp down below. Intuitively choose. Okay, if you've chosen mini pile A, let's see if that works. There we go. You have Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots, and number 18 breaks down to a 9, Forbidden. Skull of Darkness, Blind Spots. You may not wish to delve there, the shadows, the darkness, the unknown. Yet when we search, we reveal, and our power, it has grown. The beautiful and mysterious Skull of Darkness encourages us to look to the part of ourselves that normally remains hidden, or as unseen as possible. We may not appreciate or like certain aspects of ourselves, and yet sometimes our greatest treasures lie within these areas. How many times have you heard of famous artists or people extremely successful in their fields being bullied for being so different? Yet it is their very differences from others that make them so powerful. Additionally, all of us at some stage of life has certain blind spots that may cause us grief and trouble. Although we cannot see the issue clearly, it is the repeated patterns of pain that may alert us to them. Symptoms, if you will. For example, the same things keep happening over and over again. We may be betrayed repeatedly, fail at something repeatedly, not complete tasks continually. Peace and pattern breaking can be achieved by doing the work in uncovering our blind spot and even consulting trusted close friends or professionals to assist us to see what we cannot. 18. Forbidden. As your goddess, I am sending you this warning. You're about to enter into a situation that will not be easy and can cause you or others pain. Not all doorways are meant to be opened. Not all relationships are good for you. Not all love is expressed, and not all desires are realized. Right now I'm saying no to you. The symbol for forbidden also reminds you that although you may feel pain when someone rejects you, this is one of my ways of protecting you. I may whisper in someone's ear to stay away. It is for the best, even if you don't believe it right now. This is a symbol to move on and choose another path. For those with this pile, I'm picking up that a repeated pattern is about to come forward as a test to see how you move forward, okay? So be very mindful of those blind spots, right? See if you can identify them early. There may be a situation resurfacing in a new way to test you, okay? At 328, if you have chosen mini pile B, there we go, you have hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes, and 48, obedience. 48 breaks down to a 12, which breaks down to a 3, if that has significance for you. Hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes. The heart of every home, the fire that unites, winter's warmth centers, stories, love, and delights. The ancient Romans believed that every home had a heart, and it was the hearth. Where the fire burned, the family gathered for sustenance, communication, and protection. This concept was so important to the culture that there was a huge city hearth, the Vestal Temple, where the fire of the home goddess Vesta burned forever without ever going out. This sacred flame was protected by the soldiers with their very lives, should there be an invasion. The place where the goddess Vesta was honored within every ordinary home was also the hearth. It was where women prepared food and cooked. Some of the food was always offered back into the fire as an offering to Vesta for her blessing and protection. Often husbands were sent away on military duty for years on end, and their wives at home were not just expected to keep the home and often the business running, but to wait for their husbands faithfully until their return. They prayed to Vesta to ensure their family's members' safe return and to keep the fires of love stoked. The saying, "Keep the home fires burning," was inspired by this practice. Should the hearth card appear in your divination, you are being asked to look at your idea of what home and family is for you. Take the time to build up your love fire and have it burning brightly. Make your relationships a priority. If there is conflict within your home and family, it is time to take concrete steps to address the issue for good. If you or a member of your family is away from home due to travel or work, know that protection is being given. Number 48, obedience. There are rules for everything. The sun rises and the moon sets, and they dance together in perfect steps. What rules are you considering when you ask your question? You'll be sorry if you're going to break a rule that is in place to protect you and others. Even though you may not like authority right now, this is the time to obey what has already been set in motion. This is the time to learn the lay of the land and to follow the customs that keep things in order. Learn the steps of the dance before you attempt to change them to suit you. And it sounds like to me, this is a period of rebirth, making sure that you just keep those fires burning in the hearth, right? Because there are more important matters in the tangible that need to be addressed at this time. And it is also a form of protection as well as just a very good lesson of patience, right? Okay. At 6:55, if you have chosen mini pile C, you have Skull of Light, Illumination, and 11, a master number, Complicated. 11 also breaks down to a 2, indicating balance, relationships, peace, harmony, yin-yang, zen. Skull of Light, Illumination. We can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. As the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darkness helps us cope with the darkness of others. Taking the time to know thyself and to seek understanding of our more destructive or shadow natures can lead to huge happiness and less anxiety. The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult of times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness are the keys to this magical element. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. It is too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, the victory is ours. Should the skull of light enter your life, know that it is time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see, and to act upon what is shown to you. The time has passed for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really does not suit us. Number 11, Complicated. My sweet one, wouldn't it be nice if life were always simple and things were obvious and transparent? Drawing this symbol reminds you that sometimes there are so many elements to consider that it can be next to impossible to understand them all in the moment, especially when you most want to find an answer. Right now, things are complex, and the only time will help you to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Just remember, simple can also be boring, and complications can make for deeper, more mature experiences. Don't try to figure this one out. Just be open and follow the threads of life's mysterious web. So what I'm getting from this, you guys, I'm feeling, is it's now time to sit back, observe, and shine light so that you can see all the nooks and crannies of the dark, right? Okay, there you go. Have a good one.